Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Halloween Ends. I am really excited that this is available at home, and I'm so excited to see it. I've seen every Halloween movie, including Halloween 3. There was a time, and I might have said this at the last Halloween movie that we watched together, that my friends and I watched every Halloween. I think there was 8 Halloweens at the time when I was, just out of college or in college, and we watched them all together in a row. We skipped 3, but we watched the rest of them. Michael Myers is one of the greatest, scariest villains of all time. Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger. You know what I mean? There's a class of their own. And so now this is Halloween Ends. This is supposed to be the end to it. Now, I'm excited for it. Because I've watched it my entire life, and it's fantastic. 5.2 on IMDb, 6,663 people. No word of a lie. Honestly, as I'm looking at this, I don't know if I could show you, if I could zoom in, but literally right now when I read this, it is 6,663. That's how many people rated it so far. So, I don't know. Jamie Lee Curtis, of course, is reprising her role as Laurie. I don't know. Just a lot of built-up excitement for me. I'm sure it's not rated that high. I don't know why. But this is supposedly the end. This is it. I mean, I don't know how many there are. I have to look back. I know there was 8 at one point. This might be the 10th. And I get it. It's a little ridiculous. It's not like Jason Takes Manhattan. the tough Muppets. But anyway, I'm going to get into an hour and 50 minutes long. Watching it at home. It just came out. So, and it's Halloween month. So, alright, I'll be back. I'm excited. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're watching Halloween Ends. We're at the 57-minute, 33-second mark. So, just about halfway, right? And it's not what I thought it was going to be honest with you. Which is okay, so far. They're creating a whole nother backstory about a new character. A kid who is a shy, harmless kind of kid, babysitter, who gets messed up in a tragedy, and that's kind of his backstory. Then we flash forward to the present day, I guess, and Laurie and her granddaughter living in, it's all in Haddonfield, right? And then they meet. So this kid, they show this whole backstory. Then this kid meets Allison, which is the granddaughter, and they're becoming friendly kind of stuff. Really, I mean, very little about Michael Myers. Now, the urban legend, or I guess not an urban legend because it really did happen, so people know about Michael Myers. There's a lot of references, but not like what I thought. I thought it was going to be all Michael Myers, or at least a little bit of that, but it's not like that. It's really about this development of this kid and then his relationship with the granddaughter going on. So that I just stopped. I just wanted to check in and tell you that because it's a whole new thing, right? I mean, the granddaughter's been in it for a little bit, and obviously Jamie Lee Curtis's character is beginning from the beginning, but very little. I mean, she's in it, but not in. I don't know. So we'll see where it goes from here. It did remind me, and I don't remember. I looked. So this is the 11th Halloween, not including the 2 from Rob Zombie. So, because they were kind of reboots, they were there. So you take them out, but there's this is the 11th. Actually the 13th if you include those 2. So, and that's including the 3rd one. There was one, and if you've watched all of them, you know where I am. And this isn't a spoiler alert because this was an old Halloween. I don't remember which one. But you remember, and I forget what happened, there was that other guy who saved him, and they started to hint towards like another being, being involved, but I don't ever remember what happened with that. So, I don't know, it just kind of reminded me, there's a little bit of that popped up in here that kind of reminded me. But anyway, throw that out there. I'm going to look it up while we're going, but good, but not what I expected from the final Halloween. So, we'll see where it goes from here. Stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, I know I was going to watch the end of this movie, but I had to look it up. The Man in Black, that's what I was thinking of. There was the hermit who saved him at the beginning. It's all Halloween 5, so if you want to catch up, it's all in Halloween 5 where all this stuff is jumbled up in my head. Halloween 5, a hermit pulls him in, saves him. That's the part I was thinking about in this. But then it made me also start thinking about the man in black at the end of Halloween 5 who helps Michael Myers. And I couldn't remember who that ended up being. And did they ever tell us? For some reason, I never thought that they told us. According to my research on Google, they do tell us who he is and his whole purpose, so I'm sure. I watched them all, and I just don't remember. It's kind of cool if you don't know, you know what I mean? Like leaving that little piece of intrigue out there, but that's not the case. I understand now. I still don't remember it after I read it, but don't care enough to go back. Although it is quite tempting to go back and watch all of these again. So we'll see. Let me get to the end of this one, and then we'll talk about that later. All right, I'll be back. I promise I'm going to watch the rest of the movie this time. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Halloween Ends, and boy, what a disappointment. Oh my goodness, I can't tell you how much I'm disappointed. Now, I'm trying to think of how to say this. There was, at the 1:30 mark to about the 1:40 mark, good. That 10 minutes, I want to say, was the best part of this entire movie for what this movie was. That's the way I'm going to say it. Because this movie is the ending of an era, right? This is the ending of Halloween as we know it. The movies, of course. And that 10 minutes captured that. The other 140 minutes does not. Now, the 1 hour and 30 minutes prior to that 10 minutes that I'm talking about was okay. There's nothing wrong with that, except for this is the final Halloween. You take that hour and 30 minutes and throw it in 7 or 8 or, you know what I mean? Not this one. I mean, not the final one. They recreated a whole new plot line, a whole new thing to end it? Like, no. Like what they were doing in the last one, Halloween Kills, I guess, really coming back to its roots. I mean, I know there's new characters and stuff going on, but it's really all tied in from 1978 until 2021, I think that one was, right? That was good. Now, there's some flaws with it, don't get me wrong, but here we are, we're coming to the end, and they're just going to restart like this whole new story stuff and lead you down a path. Like, I was like, okay, I think I know what they're going to do with this. And then they don't. Wow. And then they have 10 minutes of what you were waiting for. And then after that, I'm like, okay, well, that made a little bit. But then the final 10 minutes is even worse. Or not even worse, but it's like, no. No, 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 no. I get the 5.2. I think all of my friends that watch this in college are probably very disappointed as I am. I wish I could suggest it. I can't. And I thought from my understanding was, from Halloween Kills to Halloween Ends, it was like they wrote them together and they just separated them, is what I had heard. I'm obviously very, very wrong. And maybe that was the other two, the one before Halloween Ends and whatever that one was, and they wrote them together and then boom. Because this is not like built off of the whole thing. It's just like, let's make another Halloween movie and just use some of the same characters that were in it that are still alive. That's it. That's it. That's what happened. That's what this movie is. So there you go. If you're a true Halloween Michael Myers fan, just don't watch it. Please. You're going to be utterly disappointed. I know you have that urge and, you know, it's like, oh, I got to see it. Don't. This is a 4 or a 5 for me. It would easily be a 4 if it wasn't for 10 minutes. And again, the movie is okay. It's not, like I said, you put this before this one or somewhere else, it's entertaining. It's like, you know, just another made-up plot line on Michael Myers. Great. And Laurie and you know, whoever. But you put this as the last one, you just ruined the entire franchise. Ugh. So, there you go. Hopefully I was clear enough with you. Do not check this out. And I'm going to put, if you don't know, I have a TikTok account where I do this very short, brief stuff. So check that out, because I'm about to go rant to them. So, I don't know if I was helpful or not, but be advised. if you're a fan, don't watch. Alright. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry to ruin your Halloween. Kimmels Irish Pub. One thing I want to quickly add, because I forgot, I'm going to edit this in and hopefully it works out well, is the tongue and the parade. I'm not going to get into any more detail, but if you do decide to not listen to me and watch this movie, the tongue and the parade. That's all I have to say. Really? Come on. I mean, besides everything else. Alright, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.